video, and this video is basically about keeping New Year's resolutions and being positive. So I've got a couple of hints and tips I'm going to go through with you, and it's really not anything hard. It's basically 6 quick, easy things that you can do to make sure that you keep on top of your New Year's resolutions. Okay? What I will say to you first though is that you might not be aware of the cycle of change, so I'm just going to quickly go through that really fast. There's 6 steps or 6 stages of the cycle of change, and the first step, pre-contemplation, so that's at the stage where you don't have an issue, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. So for example, I'll just use smoking. So say for example, you don't see a problem with smoking, you don't want to stop smoking, you're happy smoking. Being perhaps a little bit overweight and but not caring, not seeing a problem, not wanting to do anything about it. So that would be pre-contemplation. And then 2 would be contemplation. So you're at the stage now where you're thinking that maybe I might have something that I want to do, or I'm just kind of, is smoking good for me? Is it not good for me? You're just basically weighing up the options in the contemplation stage, whether or not you're going to do something about it. So when, for example, you can no longer run after your children, or you don't want to run after the bus, or something like that, you know, those are the 2 things I'm just going to use as examples. But if you then decide that actually, maybe I might have a problem, you're at the contemplation stage. Step 3 is preparation. So you are at the stage where you're kind of intent on taking action. You're thinking, right, I've decided now I'm going to give up smoking. I am going to quit. This year I'm going to quit. This year I'm going to lose weight. This year I'm going to climb Mount Everest. This year I'm going to do more for charity. This year I'm going to do something about it. And a lot of people are at this stage now. It's a New Year's resolution, and they're deciding that actually this is what I want to do. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do something about my situation. So that is the preparation stage. So preparation stage might include perhaps going out and buying smokers patches, nicotine patches. It might be going out and buying a pair of trainers. It might be signing up for gym membership. It might be, you know, inquiring about charitable things that you could do, for example. Those would be the preparation stages. You're about to embark on, so you're doing the things that you need to do to embark on whatever it is that your resolution is. The next stage, step 4, is action. It is actually modifying your behavior. So you signed on for the gym and you've gone to the gym, you've taken action, you've decided that that's it, that's what I'm going to do. So you've bought the nicotine patches and now you've stuck the nicotine patch on your shoulder. That is your action stage. You've actually done something different to what you was doing before. So it's more than speak, more than preparation, more than thinking, it's actually going and doing. And stage 5 is, I think stage 5. Stage 5 is where you then decide that you're going to maintain. So it's not even that you decide that you're going to maintain, but you just simply maintain. So you sign up for the gym, contemplation, preparation. You go to the gym once, that's an action. You go to the gym twice, that's an action. You go to the gym 3 times. You're now continuing to maintain what you wanted to do. So you have decided that actually I'm going to wear a nicotine patch, and I'm going to take it off, I'm going to put on a new one, I'm going to take it off and put on a new one, and before you know it, you're in the maintenance stage, so you started to address what your issue was. However, there is a 6th stage, past maintenance, which is relapse. And for most people, I don't know if you're aware of this, but apparently, I have to find a quote from somewhere, but smokers, giving up smoking, smokers go through the cycle about 7 times before they actually give up smoking. So you could then have a cigarette, and that's called a relapse, or you could then, you know, eat a big piece of chocolate cake, that's a relapse, or you decide you're going to go to the gym, that's a relapse. And you can then decide that you're going to go back to maintaining, so taking action and do something about it, going to the gym, putting that cigarette out, not buying any more cigarettes, not smoking any more cigarettes, and continue to use the nicotine patches. That would be beginning to maintain again. So you had a little relapse, but then you continue to maintain. For some people, that relapse is it, and then they decide, that's it, I've relapsed, I don't care anymore, and they're at the pre-contemplation page. They don't see anything wrong with what they're doing, they don't think they have a problem, they don't want to address it. Or they can then go back through the cycle again and then say, you know what, I'm going to contemplate doing something about it, I'm thinking about doing something about it, and then they go through the cycle again. So you can be anywhere on a cycle at any point in time, and that basically is the cycle of change. And why I've mentioned the cycle of change is because I think it's important that if you're going to be doing a New Year's resolution, that you understand the cycle of change, where you are on the cycle of change, and how a relapse isn't the end of the world. New Year's resolutions are a big deal, like you make them and then sometimes you have all the intention in the world, and then by February, March, you kind of like, oh, sod that, that's it, and your idea was just that, an idea. So I've got my little trusted notepad here, I've made some notes, and I'm just going to go through them. Six tips to get you through everything and come out the other side happy that you've done your New Year's resolution. Tip 1, set small goals. I think this is really, really important. So if your big goal is to give up smoking, then, and you smoke, I don't know, 100 a day or 50 a day or whatever, realistically going cold turkey probably isn't the best thing to do. So you might want to suggest weaning yourself off cigarettes. So say, okay, by the end of January, I want to have halved or reduced by a third the amount that I smoke. So your overall goal is to give up smoking, but you're not trying to set yourself unrealistic goals that you're going to fail on. Wanting to lose weight and be healthy, it's like, okay, your ideal is to lose, I don't know, 2 stone, 3 stone, but what are you going to do to lose that weight? It's about setting yourself small, achievable goals, things that you can maintain so that you can then build up on. So if you're going to say to yourself, right, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start drinking more water, I'm not going to have a curry, I'm not going to have any chocolates, any sweets, I'm going to go exercise, I'm going to run 3 miles a day, every day, 6 days a week, and have a day on Sunday, and I'm going to eat lots of greenery. That's the end goal. That's what you would look like in a few months. But realistically, that's not going to happen overnight. So what you need to do is take things slowly. So say, okay, this week I'm going to focus on upping my water intake. So I'm going to be drinking a lot more water this week. I'm going to make sure that I drink 2 litres a day. And then once you're drinking 2 litres a day consistently for say 3-4 weeks, then you might want to add something else in. So okay, I want to be able to run, but what I need to do first is walk. So I'm going to go power walking, I'm going to go walking and walk further distances. Do simple things like get off the bus or stop too early, so you have longer to walk to your house. Park your car at the other end of the car park, furthest away from all the shops that you want, so that you have to walk a little bit further. So you're increasing your exercise and you're increasing your water intake, but it's things that you're doing like naturally without really thinking about it, so it becomes second nature. So then you can say, okay, right, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to sign up for the gym, maybe go to 1 or 2 classes a week. Don't try and go to every single class, you know, from 5 till 7, 5 days a week. Maybe you want to slow yourself in, break yourself in slowly. So basically just doing small things so that you can build up your stamina, build up your resolve. That way you think, yeah, I can do it, it's achievable, it's attainable. I'm not trying to do everything at once and then feeling like, oh, it's not working. Have a support system, it's really important. Someone that understands what you're going through, what you want to do, what your outcomes are, so they can support you, they can motivate you when you're not motivated, because I'm telling you, every day is not going to be a day where you're going to want to get up and go to the gym. Who are you going to go to support you? Who are you going to go to help you? So you need to have a support system. Having someone to be accountable to, I think that's really good as well. Like, so perhaps if there is somebody that you is your support system, that person's also there for you to be able to say, you know what, Ash, like, should you be eating that? Oh, Ash, should you be smoking that? Oh, Ash, and to distract you, you know, keep you accountable, so there's, you know, there's someone gonna have, not judge you, but judge you, you know, make you feel like, actually, I should be doing better. I'm not, you know, if I have a slip up, there's going to be someone there that's going to know, someone there that's going to try and support me and motivate me and to encourage me, and that should be a good deterrent for a lot of people. 4, keeping a log. Like, I think sometimes diary helping really helps some people. It's not for everybody, but keeping a log. So knowing how many cigarettes you smoke, so every time you smoke a cigarette, write it down. And every time you eat food, put it in a diary, so that you can then look back and say, okay, well, I was eating this, but now I'm eating this. I was smoking this much, but now I'm smoking this much. And like with weight loss or what have you, taking pictures, so it's like, okay, this is what I looked like at my worst, and this is me gradually getting better. The same thing with the smoking. Every time you have a cigarette, write that down. So it's like, okay, this is what I was smoking, and you can see it's getting lower and it's getting lower. Wow, I really am doing well, and you know, the pendulum is swinging the way I want it to swing. Not beating yourself up. If you slip up, it's not the end of the world. I mean, a lot of people fail. Well, like I said, for example, with the cigarette smoking, a lot of people, you know, go through that cycle of change quite a few times in order to give up smoking. With regards to exercising, there might be some times where you just don't have the energy to go to the gym, or you just want to have a binge day or a gorge day. And it's not the end of the world. One bad day is not going to make you fat. One bad day is not going to be the be all and end all of you. Pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you say, you know what, I had a bad day, I will carry on. And also as well, it doesn't have to be a bad day, it could be a bad meal. It's okay, my lunch was disgusting, I should have gone to McDonald's, but it's okay. Dinner time, I'm going to make sure I eat healthily. You know, I'm going to make sure that I drink more water today. I'm going to make sure, you know, there's things that you can do. So don't beat yourself up because you had one Kit Kat. Don't beat yourself up because you had one Big Mac. Because, okay, maybe that Big Mac wasn't the best thing that you should have done that day, but so appreciating that you are human and that you might slip up. And my final tip, number 6, is basically just to remain positive. And again, it goes back to, you know, the positive outset, positive mindset. It's like, okay, I didn't do what I wanted to do today. There's always tomorrow. And it's about making sure that you're positive and the people around you are positive and supporting you. And I feel like if you have those things, that they can really help you out with your New Year's resolutions. I just used weight and smoking as examples because a lot of people in January want to give up smoking or want to lose some weight. But it could be applied to lots of resolutions that you may have, like to do better in school, applying for jobs. It could apply to lots of things. It's about actually knowing that where you are on that cycle of change. So those are my tips for you, and I hope you found them useful. If you like my channel, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye bye. Hi everybody, it's still Ashley online, and I'm here with a new, the next stage, step 3, is the step 3, the next stage where you are in preparation. I can declare my notes. Number 3. That was number 3. Number 5, not